Hey guys, it's us Wax again, and we're going to be continuing our campaign, not our campaign, because it's not really a campaign, but our game of Civilization. And yeah, so there's really not too much to say, I guess. We're just kind of playing the game, going at a relatively good pace right now. Let's see, my disagreements with Bismarck. I don't really have interest in this war. The reason why I don't want Poland to go to war with Bismarck is because Bismarck, as you can see here, is the strongest civilization on this continent right here, right? So we have Berlin right here, which doesn't have any walls around it, and then there's Munich around here, which doesn't seem like it's that big, but it's pretty well defended, I suppose. So we just don't want to go to war with them, because if we do go to war with them, then we kind of oust them, and then I feel as though Poland is just going to be able to gain more power in the region, and that's not something that we really want to, happen. So we're going to try and avoid that at all costs. Not that we have any beefs with Poland. It's just that, we don't want anything to happen. Porcelain, I don't really care about porcelain. I control 3 delegates apparently. How do I control 3 delegates? 2 from membership and 1 from city-states. Okay. I really wish I could have 3 for membership. Just because I think you get 2 for membership as like default, and then I just kind of wish I could have another one for membership for having mecha in my control. It's just, yeah. Actually, any agreement with Poland is actually very good. Because, oh man, my game's all kind of like spazzing out. Any agreement with Poland's pretty good at this point, just because, again, if we come back here to look at the scores, they have they're the highest scores. So if we could get any sort of political agreement with Poland, then that's always good. That's always something we want. Something got stolen, which isn't good. We're going to name this new mecha. And just to kind of like superimpose once more that they are, within our control. So, I mean, that's pretty much that, but let's see, what do they want? Oh, yes, good. Hold on, guys, it's just that I'm sorry, I was trying to talk to my boss right now, with work and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. So what I would have wanted to talk about is, I don't know if I've talked about this before in the past, but I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts in terms of what I think about all of everything that's kind of going on with Star Wars right now. With Star Wars Rebels, it's a really good time to be a Star Wars fan right now. And I know I talk about Star Wars a lot, and I think I've actually talked about, what a great time it is to be a Star Wars fan right now. In the in the current point in time, and actually, gosh, it's kind of difficult, right? Because here's the thing: is that when Star Wars was taken over by Disney, right? A lot of people were kind of saying, oh, like, this is the worst thing to happen to Star Wars, right? But I think, actually, if you look at I did talk about this before, I believe. I did talk about this before, but I guess I could go ahead and talk about it again right now, just because I talked about it before when I was playing PlanetSide 2. But in any case, it's a really good time to be a Star Wars fan right now, because we have Star Wars Rebels, the anime TV show, which is kind of taking over from Star Wars The Clone Wars TV show, and then we're also having the new Star Wars movies, which are pretty much coming out almost every single year, which is also nice. A great merchant has been born in the city of Madrid. That's good. We're going to move these guys over here to the citrus, and so I mean that's really cool, right? That we're getting so much Star Wars content, and in such a short period of time. So I mean, it's always good that we're getting so much Star Wars content. It always is. But I think just by and large, what Disney's done with Star Wars is great, in terms of what they're doing for the fans, right? Again, we're getting so much Star Wars content, and you look at what Disney did with Marvel, right? I think a lot of people, it's easy for us to forget about it now, but people should remember that Marvel wasn't always part of Disney, right? That there was a point in time in which, oh hey, you know what, like Disney was actually Marvel was actually independent from Disney, for a period of time, right? Obviously, that's changed now, but I just think it's very easy for people to forget that, right? And so you look at how successful Disney was with Marvel, you have to understand that Disney was probably only going to be as successful with Star Wars. So, and looking back at Star Wars Episode 7, there's a lot of people who kind of, I don't want to say like, don't look at Star Wars Episode 7 as being a very good Star Wars movie, because I think it is a good Star Wars movie, but you look at the differences between Star Wars Episode 7 and Star Wars Episode 4, right? And you have to kind of be a little bit honest with yourself. There really isn't too terribly much in the way of like them being incredibly different, right? I mean, that's my personal opinion, is that they're not too terribly different, right? And they're not, they're quite honestly not. You look at Starkiller Base. Well, Starkiller Base is just pretty much the Death Star, right? I mean, that's what it is, right? That's basically what it is. There's a scene in Star Wars Episode 7 in which Starkiller Base destroys, all these planets, right? That happens, right? And you look at the similarities between Star Wars Episode 4 and Star Wars Episode 7. The similarities are, I don't want to say uncanny, but they're definitely there, right? The similarities are definitely there, and of course there's always differences, right? But I believe that personally, in my opinion, I think the similarities are too strong. I'm not saying Star Wars Episode 7 was a bad movie. I actually think it was a good movie. I think it was a very good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I myself went to go watch Star Wars Episode 4. I mean, not Episode 4, I'm sorry, Episode 7, I don't even know, like 3 or 4 times at least. At least I went to go see it 3 times, right? So I thought it was a very good movie. I mean, clearly, otherwise I wouldn't have gone out to, go, watch the movie, so many different times. But I definitely thought it was a good movie, and so I definitely enjoyed the movie. These German workers should be careful, because they might get trapped here if we could get this one little tile. I forgive you, I suppose. Could we conquer Syria? We probably could if we wanted to. We probably could. I actually like this. I like how there's a river down here, and then their city is, kind of like in this part of the river, on this side, on the banks, and then these guys are over here. I like that. I like that a lot. But we're going to build this here, or it's actually saying we should build it here. Why? Okay. I don't know. It's recommending that we build it there. I'm kind of lost as to why it thinks it's a good idea to build it there, but I mean, if it does, it does. We're going to also purchase a workboat. And here, what are we going to build? Forge, amphitheater, Damascus. We'll go ahead and build want to build something that's going to increase that. Actually, in one of these, I probably should build, which one has the strongest in terms of their ability to requires a university in the city. Okay, let's actually build a university first, so we could start building archaeologists, so we could start kind of like reaping the benefits of having all these antiquity sites available to us that we could get. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to get them. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like, it was one of those movies where I think, you look at it and it's a very good movie, undoubtedly, but it has a lot of similarities with Star Wars Episode 4. And then Rogue One, a lot of people are kind of getting really excited about Rogue One, and I myself, I'm not too terribly excited. I'm not convinced yet that Rogue One is going to be this crazy, amazing movie, right? I mean, I have no doubt that it won't be a good movie, right? I mean, I think it will be a good movie. I think that people are going to enjoy it, right? But I'm not too sure, to be completely fair to myself and to be completely honest, I think right now I'm just not sold on the idea of Star Wars Rogue One, right? I mean, first of all, I have my own personal biases against the movie in terms of, Hell to the Empire and whatnot, right? But I mean, I don't know. I feel like Jen Erso is, at least from what I saw in the trailer, she just kind of seems like too much of a cookie cutter, rebel, I guess, if that makes any sense. But I'm going to end this part here. I'll continue my conversation about this in the next part. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.